Good evening, I'm Haley Wilgus.
And I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Topping our news tonight, the biggest night in Hollywood, the 89th Academy Awards ceremony.
And we'll have round-the-clock coverage of the event right here on ABC 7 with the host of My Suncoast View live tweeting from the event.
Commenting on the fashion of the night, the awards, the speeches, all starting with the red carpet at 7 o'clock. So watch for that on Twitter.
And we'll be constantly updating you with the latest winners and highlights of the special night. Let's get now to a live preview. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez in Hollywood.
Hi, yes, there is so much energy and excitement here on the red carpet as the stars are now starting to arrive. You probably can't tell by the looks of things here, but it is a rainy, chilly day here in Hollywood. And so they have this plastic roof here overhead to make sure the stars stay looking their best as they stop to pose for pictures and do interviews here before making their way into the Dolby Theater. Hollywood's golden night is finally here.
This is extraordinary, you know.
And the stars are out for the 89th Annual Academy Awards.
It still feels completely surreal and like a strange fever dream.
But will it be a dream come true for this year's awards show sweetheart? La La Land is tied with Titanic for the most Oscar nominations ever, up for 14 awards tonight, including Best Picture and Best Actress, with Emma Stone facing off against some Hollywood heavyweights.
The Best Actress award isn't necessarily hers. We saw the Golden Globe go to Isabelle Huppert for Elle. Some people are still talking about Natalie Portman and Jackie, so it's a really exciting race to watch.
And a lot of excitement this year around the Best Actor category. Some wondering if one-time favorite Casey Affleck of Manchester by the Sea
I'm just a backup.
could lose to Fence's
There's a woman out there for me somewhere.
Denzel Washington.
It is cool to sit in a room and you realize you're all in together.
In it together after 2 years in a row in which only white actors were nominated, creating controversy and boycotts. This year, a record 7 of the 20 acting nominees are racially diverse.
They're not being thrust into the limelight because of the color of their skin. They're being thrust into the limelight because of talent, and that's beautiful.
And speaking of beautiful, all of the buzz right now is about the red carpet fashion. We are seeing some absolutely stunning gowns as the stars parade past here before taking their seats inside for the Oscars. Of course, this year it is hosted by Jimmy Kimmel. We're live in Hollywood. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News. Now back to you.
All right, Marcy, thank you. Some sad news coming in just hours before the red carpet begins. Actor Bill Paxton died yesterday from surgery complications, according to a family representative. Paxton had more than 90 acting credits, including acclaimed roles in Titanic, Aliens, The Terminator, and Twister. One of the industry's busiest actors, Paxton once said the hardest part of his career wasn't the work itself, but the time in between. He was only 61 years old. Sad news from the television side of entertainment as well. Joseph Wapner, better known as Judge Wapner from the People's Court, died in his sleep at the age of 97. He had been under hospice care. People's Court was one of the first reality-type shows to become a television hit. At one point, it was top 5 in syndication nationwide.
While the crowds are gathering in Los Angeles for the awards, here in Sarasota, film lovers are coming out for a viewing party at Burns Court Cinema. They'll watch the awards ceremony live on the big screen while playing trivia and casting their votes for who they think will win. The show is sold out.
For others on the Suncoast, this night is more personal.
Whether it was from a computer or right behind the camera, our area is very well represented in behind-the-scenes nominations. ABC 7's Adam Cellini is joining us live from a special watch party at the Paradise Grill in Nokomis. And Adam, which category should we be paying a little extra attention to tonight?
Well, Scott and Haley, it's not Hollywood, but it's home right here. I don't know if you could tell behind me, we got a little Oscar setup supposed to create that feel and atmosphere. This will be the little red carpet down here in Nokomis, and this party's being set up by the family of a former Pineview student who, just in case their little girl wins an Oscar in the coveted Best Picture category tonight. Her name is Adela Romansky, and she met the director Barry Jenkins and her husband James Laxton while while at school at Florida State. The three went on to help create the film Moonlight, which follows the emotional life of a gay African-American protagonist. Adela is a producer on this film, and it won a Golden Globe back in January. But that's not all. Sarasota High School alum Amanda Deering Jones helped produce the short film Borrowed Time, which is up for the Best Animated Short. And of course, 24 Ringling College of Art and Design graduates have their fingerprints on several animated films like Zootopia, Kubo and the Two Strings, and the movie Pearl. An honor Ringling's computer animation program coordinator says is still humbling for the school.
To make it down through that thousands of films to be heartwarming enough to tell a story that's compelling enough to actually be nominated for an Academy Award is just, I couldn't even calculate the odds. It's amazing.
And we'll be watching all night anxiously with these families as they watch their friends or daughters or any family member. And we'll bring you all of the joy and hopefully none of the heartbreak after these awards are announced later tonight. For now, live in Nokomis, I'm Adam Cellini. Scott and Haley, back to you.
Thank you, Adam. We are pulling for those local nominees for sure.
Absolutely exciting night for them. And let's get to check on the weather in Hollywood now with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. I know that, Bob, there was a chance for some rain there.
Yeah, we heard earlier from the live report from Hollywood on the red carpet. Not the best of days. It's been a chilly, wet, and windy day at times. As you can see, showers racing through the Los Angeles area and Hollywood as well. And still some light rain showers around, but they're starting to exit the forecast as the actors and actresses and all the Hollywood folks out there attending. Looks to be a 20% chance for a few showers. So the rain chance will be going down throughout the evening. It will be chilly, though. Winds still out of the south at 15 will make it feel colder. The temperature actually 53 degrees right there at the time, then most of the people will be walking in. For us, it's a different story. We're award-winning here. We get the Oscar for that. 77 degrees, lots of clear skies around right now. Look at that humidity, 29%. East and northeast winds at 11, and the pressure is way up there, 30-12, and that continues to rise. Well, much more on the rest of the week's forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. Also some nice weather for baseball today. The Baltimore Orioles made their 2017 spring training debut on Friday, but today the team making its big return to Ed Smith Stadium.
Yeah, two Suncoast-based teams that know each other pretty well playing today in Sarasota as the Orioles take on Bradenton spring training team, the Pirates. ABC 7's Erica Jackson was at the Orioles home opener today and shows us why fans will have a unique experience this spring. Erica?
Haley and Scott, I spoke to the Orioles Sarasota Vice President David Rovine, and he said if the weather gods are in its favor, the Baltimore Orioles may see another record-breaking season. That's saying a lot since the Orioles broke its spring training record last season with nearly 18 sold-out games. Fans can still enjoy the intimate setting at spring training games, but Ed Smith Stadium is bumping up security this year. For the first time, fans will have to walk through metal detectors before entering the stadium. Rovine tells us this is nothing new for stadiums around the country.
They wanted to extend that into spring training, and so we have brought down some of our people from Oriole Park at Camden Yards who are very comfortable, very used to it. I don't anticipate it slowing anybody down on their entrance, and more importantly, it just enhances security that much more.
The Pittsburgh Pirates are also adding metal detectors to its regular security checks at Lecom Park. Coming up tonight after the Oscars, we'll talk to fans from around the country to find out why they think spring training is worth the trip to the Suncoast. Back to you.
Thank you, Erica. Sarasota Rowing began their spring season as well this weekend with the 8th annual Sarasota Invitational Regatta. Today's rowers included master races from all over the country. Saturday's races included crews from the junior division, typically high school age students. We spoke with the director of the regatta on why so many people love this sport.
You might call it a positive addiction. It's great physical exercise. There's a lot of camaraderie. Get to go to interesting places, traveled all over Europe, raced internationally, and it's just great working with other people and giving back to the sport.
Nathan Benderson Park was the venue for the races this weekend. The course is more than 2,000 meters long and has separate warm-up and cool-down lanes. If you were driving down Gulf of Mexico Drive this afternoon, you may have noticed a crowd of people on Longboat Key carrying signs. The group, hosted by an organization known as Our Revolution, was out in force in front of Congressman Vern Buchanan's house to make their voices heard. Many saying they just want a chance to voice their concerns over several political issues with their House representative.
Here because I believe it's important that we are represented, and when our representative refuses to hold a town hall where we can talk with him about our concerns, that's a problem. That's part of his job responsibility as a representative.
ABC 7 reached out to Vern Buchanan's office for comment, but could not reach the office due to the weekend and after hours.
If you're driving around the city of Sarasota, you should pay attention to when and where you stop. Sarasota Police Department is cracking down on drivers that stop past the white line and then block intersections. It's part of its Don't Block the Box traffic safety campaign. Sarasota PD has even been warning drivers by sharing intersections and the times when officers will be there on patrol.
So we've gone out there at the most congested time of the day to educate our drivers that are coming in and out of the city. Some people don't live here and they're unaware of that statute, and others are just trying to be in a hurry and get to where they need to go.
Blocking an intersection could lead to a $166 fine and 3 points on your license. And drivers should watch for a traffic shift tonight on US 41 bypass in Venice. The traffic from Bird Bay south to Ridgewood Avenue will be shifted onto a new roadway on the west side of 41. The south end of the project, north to Venice Avenue, will have southbound traffic shifted to the west side as well. Traffic headed north will also shift to the west between Venice Avenue and Ridgewood Avenue.
And still to come on ABC 7 News, guess who is not coming to dinner? An announcement made by President Trump causing a fuss in Washington.
And dozens injured in what police are calling a drunk driving incident at a New Orleans Mardi Gras parade. We'll have the latest after this.
Although the financial crisis was some years back, it's still hurting many seniors today. But if you're a homeowner 62 or older, there's a mortgage program that just might make life a little easier. It's technically called a home equity conversion mortgage, but to keep it simple, let's call it a reverse mortgage loan. With the reverse mortgage, you can convert your home equity into cash.
We're not overwhelmed with paying the bills anymore.
And at the same time, eliminate your monthly mortgage payments.
We've got money in the bank.
You never give up ownership.
And smiles on our faces.
For your free information kit, call now. You'll have to pay your property taxes and insurance and keep up with maintenance, but you won't make mortgage payments. You'll receive money. For your free information kit, call now.
Call 1-800-634-1517 for more information. That's 1-800-634-1517.
For years, I told everyone my Craftmatic adjustable bed was the greatest until I got the new Craftmatic Legacy. It has an adjustable pillow feature that's awesome. You're gonna want one too when you see how little they cost.
If you've ever had a bad night's sleep, call and price the new Craftmatic Legacy. It has so much more than other adjustables and still costs up to 50% less. Featuring a rising adjustable pillow rest, bedside power plugs, underbed night lights, and more. Available in all mattress types with optional heat and soothing massage for as much as half the price of Tempur-Pedic, Sleep Number, and other adjustables. Enjoy temporary relief of low back pain, nighttime heartburn, mild arthritis. Adjust the rising pillow feature to help align your head, neck, and shoulders. See for yourself with our 30-day in-home trial. So call and price one today for less, up to 50% less.
You get so much more and it still costs less. You gotta see how little they cost.
Call 1-800-237-0214. That's 1-800-237-0214. Call 1-800-237-0214. Call now.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast. Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-962-4112. That's 1-800-962-4112. Call now, 1-800-962-4112. For a free brochure, call 1-800-962-4112.
It's a headline that won't go away. Today, the White House still fighting reports of ties between the Donald Trump campaign and Russia. At the same time, both sides of the aisle are looking ahead to a big week in Washington. ABC's Karen Travers has more.
President Trump under fire and fighting back this weekend.
We are fighting the fake news. It's fake, phony, fake.
The president continuing his battle with the press and against more reports of his campaign's ties to Russia. Senior Republican Congressman Darrell Issa calling for a special prosecutor, saying Attorney General Jeff Sessions, who was active in the campaign, should bow out.
How can it be appropriate for a key member of the Trump campaign to oversee an investigation into the Trump campaign?
Look, George, we're confident whatever review that Congress wants to do. I wasn't saying that he shouldn't recuse himself or that he should. My point is, I don't think we're there yet.
Later this week, the president will make his first address to a joint session of Congress. In that speech, he's expected to talk about the campaign promise to repeal and replace Obamacare. Democrats and even some Republicans are opposed to many of the GOP plans, saying they'll cut coverage.
I think there are some very conservative Republicans in the House who are going to say, just get rid of the whole thing. And, you know, that's not acceptable when you have 20 million people or 700,000 people in my state.
They say repeal and replace. That has alliteration, but that's all it has going for it because they don't have a replacement. What they have put forth and outlined will cost more to consumers. It will cover fewer people. It will give tax breaks to the wealthiest people.
And after weeks of fighting with the news media, Saturday night, Trump announced on Twitter, I will not be attending the White House Correspondents Association dinner this year. Karen Travers, ABC News, Washington.
Charges have been filed tonight against a man accused of drunk driving. Police say he plowed into a Mardi Gras parade. Dozens were hurt in the crash and 3 people remain in the hospital. On Saturday night, a pickup truck suddenly barreled into a group of people standing near the start of one of New Orleans' largest parades, first smashing into 2 cars and then hitting a dump truck. At the scene, officers arrested 25-year-old Nielsen Rizzuto. The police report showed his blood alcohol content at nearly 3 times the legal limit. He now faces charges including first-degree negligent injury and reckless operation of a vehicle.
I'm very shaken up by this. I was crying hysterically because I just saw the entire thing happen, and literally if I had walked 2 steps forward, it would have been me being run over. He just turns his wheel and goes straight into the crowd.
Now officials are telling Mardi Gras parade goers to be on high alert. Buses, streetcars, and private vehicles in Tampa will soon be able to talk to each other. Officials say Tampa is one of 3 places selected for a pilot program that allows vehicles to communicate with one another, as well as with traffic signals, crosswalks, and pedestrians. Vehicles participating in the program will have antennas and radio communication devices that allow them to communicate. The goal, to prevent crashes, improve traffic flow, and reduce greenhouse gases.
All right, Bob is back. We told you earlier in the newscast about the passing of actor Bill Paxton, who, of course, I'm sure is one of your favorite movies, Twister.
I don't see many movies, but that was the one I watched, and I still watch it when it's rerun again, over and over again. It really kicked off the big storm chasing across the country. And I got to tell you, storm chasing, a multi-million-dollar business now. People take their vacations and actually go chase after tornadoes. They're pretty incredible. They even have a network that follows them, and you can follow them online as well as many other different sources, and there is a great movie for me anyway. I loved it, and there's what they did today. The storm chasers all have GPS tracking, and then in that tracking they spelled out the initials of Bill Paxton. You can see that right there quite clearly, right there in Tornado Alley too, how appropriate it is. Look at all those storm chasers there that did that. Just an amazing industry that has been born out of basically that movie. So he will be missed. He was a great actor, and I loved him in that movie. Anyway, Van Way's a webcam showing a beautiful day today. It was hardly a cloud to be found. It was a bit breezy as expected. We had a weak front move through, and it really brought some dry air in. You can see the nice sunset. It's already occurred and beautiful out there. As far as photos go, well, it was a great day for the beaches and doing some paddle boarding right there at Palmasola. Emma and Abby on there checking out the nice weather. A bit of a breeze, as I said. So looks like things will calm down a little bit tomorrow for all you folks wanting to enjoy the waters out there. Warm Monday, too. Near record highs expected on Tuesday. We'll see highs into the mid-80s, and then a cold front It's not gonna beat the high pressure that's in control right now. It's gonna fizzle out before it reaches us. Currently, it's 77, fair skies. Look at that humidity, 29%. And winds are out of the east, northeast 11, the pressure 30-12. That's still pretty high. It's holding steady right now. And I tell you, it's an Oscar award-winning forecast as far as that goes for the next couple of days. 81 degrees the high today, the normal high 74, 87 the record set back in 1962, and the low this morning was warm at 60. No rainfall report. We could use a little bit of rain. We're going to get a slight chance now, only a slight chance. It comes on into late Wednesday and into Thursday. Temperatures across the state, 70 in Tallahassee, 1 degree cooler in Orlando, 77 now in Miami and in Key West. Temperatures near the coast into the mid-70s, so still a very pleasant evening, and the Gulf water temperature at 70 degrees. Arcadia now at 77 degrees. Tomorrow's forecast looks good. Just a few clouds around, temperatures warming into the low 80s, and then we'll see temperatures staying pretty warm even through the evening into the low 70s. No mention of any rainfall tomorrow. I mentioned on Tuesday and Wednesday there's a chance we'll see some record high temperatures. Elsewhere across the U.S., well, there's some storms, not much, from Dallas stretching through Arkansas into southeast Missouri right now. It had been into Kansas City, bringing some snowfall there earlier and some freezing rain. That's kind of shifting off to the northeast. And some lake effect snows occurring into Michigan right now. Not a lot. And just north of Toronto, we're getting some snowfall there. Out west, obviously all the actors and actresses and directors and producers are all there and walking the red carpet. A few showers are around right now, but the heavier rain that was around earlier has since moved on, but it's still a very chilly evening for those folks. Temperatures in the 20s and 30s over the northern Plains states and the northern Rockies, 46 now in the nation's capital. For boaters tomorrow, winds will be out of the southeast to south at 5 to 10 knots, gusting as high as 15. Seas will be 2 to 3 feet with a moderate chop on the bays and inland waters. The high tide upcoming will be at 10:48, and that'll be another one at 12:41. Sunrise will be at 6:58 tomorrow. Forecast tonight, mostly clear, a low of 58, mild, east winds 5 to 10. For tomorrow, partly cloudy and warm, high of 82 degrees, a little bit breezy, 10 to 15 miles an hour out of the southeast. The extended forecast, well, there it is, 85 on Tuesday, and then we're talking just slightly cooler come Thursday and Friday. That rain chance still very small. Back to you.
Now, sports.
All right, Bob, thank you. The NASCAR season kicking off today with its biggest race of the year, the Daytona 500. But the crowd favorite, Dale Earnhardt Jr., despite starting on the front row, would not make it to the checkered flag. This is Earnhardt's first race after missing the second half of last season because of a concussion. This year, races are broken up into stages where drivers can earn extra points. And Kyle Busch would win that first stage and earn those extra points. But Busch would be out of the race a little later. Apparently, a tire started going down, causing him to spin and then crash. The wreck also takes out Earnhardt and several other big names. It was the first of several big wrecks that sent those names to the garage. But winning today, Kyle's brother Kurt Busch surviving a crash-filled race to win the Daytona 500 for the first time in 16 tries. He passed Kyle Larson on the final lap before cruising to victory. Larson ran out of gas shortly after passing Chase Elliott, who was also came up short on fuel. Busch led only one lap, and it was the only one that mattered, the last one. Plenty of action at spring training ballparks today. The Orioles beating the Pirates in Baltimore's home opener at Ed Smith Stadium. Jones and Machado homering for the Orioles. And the Rays win at home over the Red Sox. Tampa Bay taking this one 7-3. And we'll be right back after this.
We're losing exotic animals on a daily basis, and the ones that we have in captivity are really the ambassadors for their wild counterparts. I'm Clayton Rozier from the Big Cat Habitat and Gulf Coast Sanctuary, housing over 150 exotic animals that needed a great home. And if you love animals, please help them. Do it locally. Support your local no-kill shelters, your local wild animal sanctuaries. Make a difference where you can.
The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC7. We're here for you.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $10 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand with no surprises and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular received a J.D. Power Award for highest customer service. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-297-5313. Go to consumercellular.com or visit a Target or Sears store today.
Are you considering joint replacement or revision surgery? Consider this. Dr. Edward Stolarski has performed thousands of successful joint replacement procedures and trained surgeons from all over the world. Using advanced technologies, Dr. Stolarski is able to perform some of the most complex surgeries.
I wish I knew about Dr. Stolarski much sooner.
After the surgery, I don't have any pain. It's like I've got a 16-year-old hip.
My name's Ed Stolarski. What I really do is I give people back their life.
Schedule a consultation today.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help. And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse. Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 1-800-764-8708. That's 1-800-764-8708.
Red carpet starts right now, and we will be back here right after the awards ceremony. Enjoy.
Have a great time, fun time.
Designers do it with style.
Tell me what's going on here.
Why, you don't like my hair? The Mark and Mandy Show. In-depth design ideas.
What is up with the tuck tape here? Let's cover it up.
Amazing beauty and fashion tips.
So Halle Berry has amazing skin. Her secret is coffee grounds. No.
Delicious recipes.
Today, I'm going to show you a special dish that is sure to please that special someone in your life.
Watch the Mark and Mandy Show right here on your favorite channel.